Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, for the wisdom and understanding of this truth. I do only have 10 minutes to record this video because the recorder is going to cut off, so I'm going to get it directly into it. But I just wanted to focus, looking back into the ancient world, man. A few thousand years ago, even before Christ, man. Okay, we're going to go over the story of Noah, man. Okay, we might not be able to read the entire story because, as I said, my recorder only has 10 minutes on it. But, I just wanted to go over it, man. Okay, so we'll get directly into it. Okay, we'll start at Genesis chapter 6. And let's start at verse 5. It says, "And Yahweh saw that wickedness of man was great upon the earth, and that every imagination of the thought of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he made man upon the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and creeping thing, and fowls of the air. For it repenteth me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man, and perfect in his generations. And Noah walked with Yahweh. And Noah begot 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupt before Yahweh, and was filled with violence. And Yahweh looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. And Yahweh said and the Lord said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come upon me, before me. For the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them from the earth. Make thee an ark of gopher wood. Rooms shalt thou make in the ark, and shall pitch it within without. Let me see. We don't need all the measurements, so we'll go down a little bit. Verse 17, and behold, even I do bring a flood of waters upon the earth, to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life from under the heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die. But with thee will I establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons, and thy wife and thy sons' wives with thee, and of every living thing of flesh, 2 of every sort should I bring into the ark, to keep them alive with thee. They shall be male and female." Slocky, I was just, thinking, man, they got that guy on there, man. I brought this up before, man. That cat, some of y'all might know him, man. That guy, Concave Earth Christians, man. He was on there saying, I was watching this video the other day, man. He was on there saying, yeah, I'm Christ, if you don't get under me, then, that you're some type of, if you don't want to share your personal address and your real name out on YouTube, then you're some type of like CIA being paid off by somebody. Just gotta crack up on that guy, man. That guy's damn joke, man. Got some, bolts loose in the head, man. Y'all should check him out, by the way. Slocky about that. Let's see. And now, and take thou unto thee of all food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather it to thee, and it shall be for food for thee and for them. And did Noah according to all that Yahweh have commanded him, he did. Excuse me, yeah, my voice is a little low. Let me see. Okay. Chapter 7. And the Lord said unto Noah, Come thou and all thy house into the ark. For thee have I seen righteousness before me in this generation. For every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by 7s, the male and the female, and of the beasts that are not clean by 2, and the male and his female. Of fowls also of the air by 7, and the male and the female, to keep seed alive upon the face of all the earth. For yet 7 days will I cause it to rain upon the earth, 40 days and 40 nights, and every living substance that I have made will I destroy upon the face of the earth. All right, we'll jump down a little bit. And here's an interesting point, verse 12. And the rain was upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. Now, the thing is, back in that time, people, they weren't you know, willing to believe, what Noah was saying, because at that time it did not rain upon the earth, right? The rain did not come down from the sky. But if you go back a few chapters to the, beginning of the story of, creation, it speaks about, mist will come up, from the ground to, water, the plants of the, of the earth. Okay, so, back then, you had mist that would come up through the ground, you know, but it wasn't until, this happened, where the Lord flooded the entire world, you know, that at that time water then came down from the sky. And that's why, even today, now, which it's raining right now outside, all right, you know, that this happens today to remind us of back then. That's why, um, when it, excuse me, that's when it, finishes, raining, a vast majority of the time, there's a rainbow that appears somewhere, man. And I believe that's in Genesis, the ninth chapter, okay, where it speaks about the rainbow was set there for, covenant, between the Lord and the earth, that he won't flood the earth with water again. Okay? That's what happened the first time, man. This is, I'm not going to read the entire thing, but we'll get a certain part, man. Verse 17. And the flood was 40 days upon the earth, and the waters increased and bare up the ark, and it was lifted up above the earth. And the waters prevailed and were increased greatly upon the earth, and the ark went up upon the face of the waters. And the waters prevailed exceedingly upon the earth, and all the high hills that were under the whole heaven were covered. 15 cubits upward did the waters prevail, and the mountains were covered. Now let's stop there for a second. That's why, they found, seashells and sea urchins on top of Mount Everest, man. And you can just Google that real quick. As I said, my recorder only got 4 minutes, so I'll go a little quicker here. Anyway. And all flesh died that moved upon the earth, both fowl and of cattle and of beast and of every creeping thing that creeped upon the earth, and every man, and in whose nostrils was the breath of life. All that was in the dry land died, and every living substance was destroyed, which was upon the face of the ground, both man and cattle and creeping thing. And the fowls of heaven that were destroyed, they were destroyed from the earth, and Noah only remained alive, and they that were with him in the ark. And the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days. Chapter 8. And Yahweh remembered Noah, and every living thing, and all cattle that was with him in the ark. And Yahweh made the wind to pass over the earth, and the waters assuaged, basically, decreased. And the fountains also of the deep, and the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained, and the waters returned from off the earth continually. And after the end of 150 days, the waters were adapted. Which basically means, were, decreasing. And the ark rested in the 7th month, on the 17th day of the month, upon the mountains of Ararat. Now that's a good place to stop the video there, man. Okay, because as I said, I've go longer, but video recorder only has a few minutes. But let's read the last verse again, man. Genesis chapter 8 and verse 4. It says, and the ark rested in the 7th month, on the 17th day of the month, upon the mountains of Ararat. Now all you got to do is go on Google and look up Noah's Ark and Mount Ararat in Turkey. Okay, they found it, man. They have found Noah's Ark, man. Okay, they found it. All you got to do is look it up. You can see the pictures. You can watch the video explorations. They found it. Okay, exactly where it said it was, man. Okay, it's the exact mountain is Mount Ararat. Okay, over in Turkey, as it really just said, as it just read. Okay, I believe it was Ron Wyatt who found it. That's the guy who found the Mount Sinai over in the land of Saudi Arabia. That's the guy who found the chariot wheels in the Red Sea. Look into him once again, Ron Wyatt. Okay, he has a lot of YouTube videos, exploration videos, right? Very good to look into that. But anyway, I'm gonna call that the video there. I hope that was an edifying video, and I just wanted to give a couple thoughts on that, man. And hey, look, man, you know, the Lord's getting ready to, not this time, not flood the earth with water, but this time with fire, man. Okay, and that's what the Lord's getting ready to do, man. Okay, so, we gotta, be studying more, man. Okay, because these prophecies are coming to pass, man. Okay, but anyway, if that being said, I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, and I'm gonna say shalom.